Imagine spending 30+ years stacking up money in your 401k, thinking you're set for retirement, only to get hit with a huge tax bill when you finally start withdrawing. Most people don't realize it, but your 401k isn't tax-free. It's just tax delayed. And delaying taxes could mean paying way more in the future than if you had just handled it differently today. With rising government debt and the likelihood of future tax hikes, you could end up handing over a significant portion of your hard-earned savings to taxes instead of enjoying it in retirement. By the end of this video, you'll understand why blindly relying on a 401k could be a huge mistake, and better strategies to build wealth without getting trapped by future tax hikes. You'll also learn how to create a tax-efficient retirement plan, maximize your savings, and ensure you keep more of your money instead of losing it to unnecessary taxes and penalties. Let's break it down. Step by step, we'll uncover the hidden pitfalls of traditional retirement plans, explore smarter investment strategies, and give you actionable steps to secure your financial future with lower taxes and more flexibility. Let me share a conversation I had a while back, one that completely changed the way I think about retirement. A buddy of mine was bragging about how much money he had stacked up in his 401k. He was feeling good about it. And I get it. It sounds great on the surface. But I looked at him and said, "Ben, I'm sorry for you." He gave me this confused look and said, "Why do you feel sorry for me? It's a way to put money in without paying taxes on it." I shook my head. "No, it's a way for you to be trapped for 30 years. He laughed. "Well, you can pull it out when you're 63. I asked him, "How old are you right now?" "I'm 50, he said. "Okay, so 13 years from now, do you think taxes will be higher or lower?" He thought about it for a second and said, "Higher." "Exactly. You're going to wish you had sold when you were 50 because you'd pay lower taxes." He wasn't convinced. So I explained, "You don't pay any taxes when you pull money out of your 401k if you wait until you're 63. I had to break it down for him. I said, "No. When you start withdrawing that money, you're going to pay taxes. You won't charge taxes while it's sat there, but that doesn't mean you're off the hook." That's when I hit him with the real kicker. The IRS allows penalty-free withdrawals from retirement accounts after 59.5. Penalty-free, not tax-free. So sure, they won't charge you a penalty if you wait, but once you start withdrawing, you're getting taxed, my guy. His face changed. He finally got it. Wait, so they handcuff me to this money for decades, then hit me with taxes when I finally get to use it. Bingo. That was the moment he realized he wasn't escaping taxes, just delaying them. And in the long run, that delay could cost him more. So let me ask you, are you just stacking up in a 401k without a plan? Because if you don't think ahead, you might be setting yourself up for a tax trap. The 401k illusion. Why it's not as good as you think. Most people view a 401k as the ultimate retirement savings tool because it allows pre-tax contributions, lowering taxable income today while investments grow tax-deferred. Add in employer matching contributions, which feel like free money, and it's easy to see why so many rely on it. Sounds great, right? Here's the problem. The biggest myth is that you'll pay fewer taxes in retirement, but tax-deferred accounts can cost you more in the long run. You're taxed later, possibly at a higher rate. Your money is locked up until 59.5 unless you pay penalties. RMDs start at 73. And market volatility could erase years of growth right before you need it most. Will taxes be higher or lower when you retire? Most people assume they'll be in a lower tax bracket when they retire, but that's not always the case. Consider this. Are taxes likely to rise in the future? Will you lose key deductions like dependents or mortgage interest? Could your 401k withdrawals bump you into a higher tax bracket, leaving you with a bigger tax bill than you ever expected? If you're in your 40s or 50s now, there's a strong chance tax rates will be much higher by the time you retire, meaning you'll pay more on your withdrawals than if you'd planned ahead and taken control of your tax strategy earlier. Imagine retiring at 63 and withdrawing $100,000 from your 401k, only to lose $35,000 instantly if tax rates have risen to 35%. With smarter tax planning, you could have kept more of that money in your pocket instead of handing it over to the IRS. So what's the smarter way to prepare for retirement and minimize taxes? Smart alternatives to a 401k that give you more control. Instead of relying only on a 401k, consider these alternatives to keep more of your wealth. Option 1. Roth IRA. Pay taxes now, enjoy tax-free growth. A Roth IRA lets you lock in today's tax rates, allowing your money to grow tax-free, with 100% tax-free withdrawals in retirement and no required minimum distributions at 73, giving you maximum flexibility and control over your financial future. Plus, unlike a traditional 401k, you won't have to worry about rising tax rates eating into your savings, and you can pass down your wealth to your heirs tax-free, creating a lasting financial legacy. Option 2. Index funds and brokerage accounts. No withdrawal restrictions. Unlike a 401k, your money isn't locked up until 59 and a half. You have full access whenever you need it. Plus, capital gains tax is often lower than income tax, and with smart planning, you can strategically sell assets to minimize taxes. This gives you greater financial freedom, allowing you to invest, withdraw, and grow your wealth on your terms, without penalties or rigid restrictions. Option 3. Real estate. Build wealth while creating passive income. Real estate builds wealth in multiple ways. It appreciates over time, generates rental income to support your retirement, and offers powerful tax benefits like depreciation and deductions. Unlike a 401k, which locks up your money and defers taxes, real estate lets you grow wealth while reducing what you owe to the IRS, making it a favorite strategy of the wealthy. What about employer matching? Should you still contribute? If your employer offers a 401k match, take full advantage. It's essentially free money and an instant return on your investment. However, once you've maxed out the match, don't just blindly keep pouring money into your 401k. Consider diversifying into a Roth IRA for tax-free growth, real estate for passive income and tax advantages, or a brokerage account for more liquidity and flexibility. A balanced strategy gives you more control over your money and minimizes future tax burdens. Relying solely on a 401k could leave you paying more in taxes and with less control over your money in retirement. The sooner you diversify, the more wealth you'll keep, the less you'll pay in taxes, and the more control you'll have over your financial future. Again, one major drawback of a 401k is that your money is locked up until 59 and a half, and early withdrawals come with a 10% penalty, plus taxes. However, there are key exceptions that allow you to access your funds penalty-free. Here's what you need to know. Rule of 55. If you leave your job at age 55 or older, you can withdraw from your current employer's 401k without the 10% penalty, allowing early access to your retirement funds without extra fees. This is known as the Rule of 55, and it only applies to the 401k from the job you left, not previous employers' accounts or IRAs. However, regular income taxes still apply, so strategic planning is key to minimizing your tax burden. Substantially equal periodic payments. The Substantially Equal Periodic Payments, or SEPP rule, allows penalty-free withdrawals from your retirement accounts if you commit to a strict withdrawal schedule for at least 5 years or until you turn 59 and a half, whichever is longer. However, once you start, you must continue the scheduled withdrawals, or you'll face retroactive penalties and taxes. This strategy can provide early access to your funds, but requires careful planning to avoid financial pitfalls. Medical expenses. If your unreimbursed medical expenses exceed 7.5% of your adjusted gross income, or AGI, the IRS allows you to withdraw from your 401k or IRA without the 10% early withdrawal penalty. However, you'll still owe income taxes on the amount withdrawn. This exception can provide financial relief in times of major medical expenses, but it's important to weigh the long-term impact on your retirement savings before tapping into these funds. Disability. If you become permanently and totally disabled, you can withdraw from your 401k or IRA without the 10% early withdrawal penalty. However, you'll still owe regular income taxes on the distribution. To qualify, you must provide proof of your disability, typically through a physician's certification, stating that your condition prevents you from engaging in substantial gainful activity indefinitely. This exception ensures that those facing significant health challenges can access their retirement funds without additional financial burdens. First-time home purchase. You can withdraw up to $10,000 penalty-free from an IRA, but not a 401k for a first-time home purchase. This applies to both traditional and Roth IRAs, though taxes may still apply depending on the account type. First-time homebuyer includes anyone who hasn't owned a home in the past 2 years, and the funds can be used for buying, building, or rebuilding a home. If you're married, your spouse can also withdraw $10,000 from their IRA, doubling the benefit to $20,000, a useful strategy for securing a down payment. By now, you're probably starting to see why blindly relying on a 401k could be a mistake. But I know this brings up a lot of questions, like, should I still contribute? What about my employer match? Or, how do I access my money without penalties? Don't worry, I've got you covered. Let's dive into some of the most frequently asked questions to clear up any confusion and help you make the smartest moves for your retirement. Question 1. Won't I be in a lower tax bracket when I retire? Not necessarily. Many retirees end up in a higher tax bracket due to required minimum distributions, RMDs, forcing large taxable withdrawals, fewer deductions, no dependents or mortgage interest, additional taxable income from Social Security and investments, and the possibility of rising tax rates in the future, potentially leaving them with a bigger tax bill than expected. Question 2. What are required minimum distributions or RMDs, and why do they matter? At age 73, mandatory 401k withdrawals, RMDs, kick in, whether you need the money or not, potentially pushing you into a higher tax bracket, triggering higher Medicare premiums, and increasing taxes on your Social Security benefits. Question 3. What is vested balance? How much of your 401k can you actually take? Your vested balance is the portion of your 401k that you fully own and can take with you if you leave your job. Your contributions are always 100% vested, but employer contributions may be subject to a vesting schedule, meaning you may need to stay with the company for a set number of years to keep the full amount. Leaving too soon could mean forfeiting part of your employer's contributions. For example, if your employer offers matching contributions, they may require you to stay with the company for 3 to 5 years before you're fully vested. Leaving before that time frame could mean forfeiting some or all of the employer's contributions, depending on the vesting schedule. Question 4. How do I start a Roth conversion? To make the most of a Roth conversion, first check your current tax bracket to avoid jumping into a higher one, convert in small amounts over several years to prevent tax spikes, use tax-free funds to cover the taxes for maximum efficiency, and always consult a tax professional to ensure you're optimizing the process without costly mistakes. The real retirement strategy: diversify and stay tax smart. The key takeaway: don't rely 100% on a 401k. For a well-rounded retirement strategy, combine a Roth IRA for tax-free growth and withdrawals, brokerage accounts for flexibility and lower tax rates, and real estate for passive income, long-term appreciation, and powerful tax advantages, ensuring financial security and freedom. By taking control of your investments now, you'll have more money, fewer taxes, and complete financial freedom when you retire, allowing you to enjoy the lifestyle you want, travel without financial stress, and leave a lasting legacy for your loved ones. If you're blindly pouring all your savings into a 401k, you could be setting yourself up for a costly tax surprise in retirement. The good news? You're not stuck. By making strategic, tax-efficient moves now, like diversifying with a Roth IRA, brokerage accounts, and real estate, you can maximize your wealth, minimize taxes, and enjoy true financial freedom in the future. Have you ever felt stuck with your 401k or worried about future taxes? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's find the smartest strategy to secure your financial future together. I want to help you avoid retirement tax traps and keep more of your hard-earned money. Like, subscribe, and share for more money smart tips to help you live the dream.